And finally, my third learning statement for my project was that I am learning how my commitment to lifelong learning and reflection influences my teaching practice. And first off is doing the readings really helped me set the groundwork for my project and for the term. Some of the readings I did, I got some ideas that I used in classroom activities. The readings talked about um, the virtual classroom and comparing it to bicycle and then contrasting that with the traditional classroom learning environment and comparing that to a bus. And as I had the students, we drew the things up on the board, and then they came up with the different um, similarities and differences, as a group and then on their own, and then they blogged their responses to that. So that was one way that I continued my lifelong learning. I saw that influence right away in my classroom because the things I was learning I was able to use. Another thing is the use of the tools that I started to use in the Google applications, such as the Google Reader, especially. This is something that I did not do before this term, and now this is a page that I visit daily to get the latest news on edutech stuff. Got my students' blogs on here, and also other technology, digital arts, and some personal interests as well. I really got into following some of these blogs, commenting on them, and then the blog that I created as well for my reflections. Actually, I have one follower now, and so I'll see if I can try to build that learning community up, and those connections I'm making by commenting on some of these other blogs, and again my Twitter feed that is still going from last year, and all these things I'm constantly receiving and then using in the classroom. So the Google Reader was one that was able to teach the kids how to add subscriptions to their reader and then use those for their benefit. So the influence is there. And then finally, the last thing was my reflecting. And I started off really strong with my reflecting. Every week I was doing a video reflection, and they were really detailed. I was, reviewing the lessons and thinking about them. But as the term, wore on and that enthusiasm sort of waned, I found myself just, doing my reflecting in my old book again, just jotting down some thoughts rather than doing a whole detailed reflection. And so I found that I was started to miss the critical reflection that really, when I was doing the other reflections, I saw the differences making in my planning and everything. So that's something that I kind of got away from, and I need to get back into doing. I found that video really is my medium. I can speak freely. I'm comfortable with that medium, and I do a lot of stuff on video, and so it's a natural thing for me, and so I think that's my medium, and I'm going to try to keep doing that instead of the old pen and paper way. Plus, I'm learning more about video editing and using some other programs, so who knows, my video blogs could become real feature-length productions almost with the things I'm learning, and then all those skills that I'm learning as well are being passed on to the students. So there's my learning.